In 2021, criminals stole a record-breaking $14 billion worth of cryptos. Compared with 2020, con artists made off with $7.8 billion, which is roughly twice as much. Crypto scammers are becoming versatile as the market expands, and investors need to be wary. Today we'll discuss the scams you would easily believe about crypto. 3 proven ways to avoid them. First, according to records filed with the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, in the United States, nearly 7,000 victims lost over $80 million to crypto scams between October 2020 and March 2021. In the same period last year, investors lost $7.5 million in 570 Bitcoin investment scams. Cryptocurrency has seen a surge in popularity over the past year, so it's hardly surprising that high-level scammers have taken note of the new opportunities it presents for criminal activities. Affluent con artists will always be drawn to the high-stakes potential of the crypto market due to its inherently high-tech characteristics. These days, even online relationships aren't safe. The lure of a fake online romance can quickly lead to rash investing decisions. You might think it's crazy to put money into a relationship with someone you've never met, but these so-called romance scams and investment scams are becoming quite common. Stay tuned for a more in-depth discussion of these romantic and investment scams and how to know if you're a victim. For now, let's get started with our first scam. Number 3. Demanding crypto-only payments. It's probably a scam if a business or individual claims they only accept cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Sort of a red flag.
Bitcoin and other altcoins are a developing asset class, so experts who have done Bitcoin analysis say legitimate institutions aren't likely to accept crypto and not take US dollars through standard channels like wire transfers, checks, credit, debit card payments, and cash. If someone demands payment in Bitcoin, it's probably because they want to cash in on the currency's rapid surge in value. Blockchain also lacks typical KYC protocols used by financial institutions. Scammers are only given more room to operate due to the absence of KYC protocols. Over the years, we have seen the prevalence of scams like anonymous and fake identity scams grow. This may be attributable to a failure to implement adequate Know Your Customer (KYC) procedures. We'll talk about anonymous and fake identity scams, so stay tuned. Since there is no KYC process, anyone can create a wallet and store their cryptos without providing any personal identifying information like a name, address, or phone number. Though blockchain is public and offers permanent, open access records, anybody can transact on the blockchain more or less anonymously, making it easier to deceive you, take your money, and run. The frequency with which this occurs is shocking. That's why you need to subscribe to our channel and get access to updates and new information on how to stay clear of crypto red flags. Number 2. Cryptocurrency investment schemes and romance scams. Also, when new coins are added to the blockchain, they are called initial coin offerings or ICOs. Generally, that's a good thing, however. Fraudsters can use ICOs to exploit unsuspecting investors. Someone can claim a once-in-a-lifetime chance to invest in a brand new type of crypto that promises 1,000% profits.
Once in a lifetime.
Then they may try to pump and dump by stockpiling the crypto and selling it at a profit when its value skyrockets. Or they may threaten to take your crypto coins unless you deposit them immediately into a compromised digital wallet. In addition, scammers using crypto are commonplace on dating apps. From October 2020 through March 2021, the FTC reports that around 20% of the money lost to romance scams was transmitted through Bitcoin. Long-distance or online connections are exploited in these types of scams, with one side exerting undue influence and convincing the other to invest in a new coin, which is actually a front for stealing their money. In simpler terms, if someone you met on a dating app or website offers to teach you about the best crypto to buy or asks you to transfer it to them, that's a red flag, and they are probably trying to scam you. It would be best if you didn't mix investment advice and online dating. Do you think you would easily fall for a romance scam? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Number 1. anonymous, or fake identities. In our opinion, the lack of KYC processes on a blockchain is a big reason it is widely used. There are no mechanisms to know if you are dealing with a scammer or alleged source. Jonathan Padilla, former head of blockchain strategy at PayPal, stated, "With a decentralized platform, there's really no safeguards in place to say who is a good actor and who is a bad actor. It's really just buyer beware." Still, blockchain technology may usher in a new era of openness. Blockchain's immutability means anybody can verify all transactions at any time. Small-scale blockchain frauds will remain a problem for some time, but local law enforcement will eventually have the training and resources to examine them thoroughly. Nowadays, criminals can potentially use crypto tokens, NFTs, and other digital blockchain assets to launder funds on a micro and macro scale. There's really no surefire way to prevent this completely. Still, one method you can use is to avoid the risks associated with smaller, niche crypto exchanges, is to stick with beginner-friendly platforms like Coinbase and Gemini. Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two most widely used cryptos, have long records of increase and are, therefore, better bets for novice crypto investors. Whether intentionally or not, investors in the crypto market expose themselves to a dynamic and ever-evolving threat of fraud. The risk of scams increases if you already own crypto coins or plan to do so in the future. However, this shouldn't discourage you from investing in the crypto market, as recent research indicates a significant boost effect soon. If you're intrigued, check out our following video. Biggest crypto event coming. Why ETH merge could change everything for cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching.